Yeah, so the concept of demand has got those three concepts: the desire for a commodity, the willingness to pay, and the availability of money. Now, that's the elements of demand. When we define demand, those are the three elements, and they should exist together. It's a package of three elements which should apply at once for us to determine there's a demand for something. Yeah, so in summary, desire to buy a commodity, and that desire should be sufficiently backed up by purchasing power, and then the willingness to spend. Now, what are the determinants of demand? What determines these three things to happen? These three things you have mentioned for the demand to occur. What are the determinants of this demand to arise? So there are many determinants which range from economic, social, and political factors which can influence the demand for something. And some of those factors are the price, of that particular commodity that you want. Sometimes it's the price of something related to that product. So there are two things usually when we say the price of a related commodity. So we have two factors. One, the price of the commodity will affect whether demand can occur, and the price of a related commodity or related goods. So these are two normally. One is what we call complementary goods. The other one is what we call substitute goods. Complementary goods are the goods that go together. So for example, a certain product, you cannot have it and enjoy it without the other being available on the table. So for example, if it is food, bread and butter or margarine. No, I don't take sugar. Okay. But I still enjoy my coffee, my tea. Yeah, to some people, yes. Yeah. So sugar is complementary to tea. Margarine or butter is complementary to bread. Oh, of course, there are some strange people who don't take bread with anything. Any spread is for them is no-go area. Yeah? Anyway, I think I should be more fair. It's not strange people, but timatani timakani mavuto siana. Yeah. So just like some people think I am crazy because I take coffee without sugar. I've been doing it for so long that I'm so used. Okay, so complementary. So if the price you want to buy, I don't know whether we can find a good example, because that bread in the butter is, I don't know. But anyway, let's take bread and butter. And when I say butter, we include everything. Kama jarini, chanchani, kandi chiponde, zosi iwe kumosi. as a bread spread. Right? So if you want to buy bread, the price of bread matters, but sometimes the price of the spread might actually convince you that you should not buy bread anyway. It's better you go and buy batata, sweet potato, and have it for breakfast. Because you might buy the bread, but the price of this bread spread is so expensive that it will not meet your budget. So the purchasing power there is not there. Remember, there were three things for demand to occur: the desire, the purchasing power, the willingness to pay. They all have to be there for demand to occur. Now, we are saying this demand is also determined. Determinants include its price and price of related commodities. So now we are talking about a related commodity which is named complementary. Now, the complementary thing, if the price of, so it depends. The price can actually affect the demand for each one of them, or for both at the same time. Okay? Then there is substitutes. So supposing the price of one of something that you can substitute. So for example, maybe we can say even my bread spread or meal. But you know, I'm thinking too much. So sometimes when the examples come, I tend not to agree with them. I tend to have exceptions. But sometimes, just for the sake of an example, I think we might say, for example, the butter and margarine were the same things. Okay? Which is not true, So, but they can substitute the use. So, supposing the price of one goes up, the other one remains the same. People will switch from this one to the other. That's what we mean by substitutes. Because in terms of usage, you can substitute. You know, so even though the example I've given is wrong, because from a karasu taste, some people cannot, even if there was no butter, they cannot go for margarine. And what are the other determinants? Level of income and the wealth of the consumer. That also determines demand. So first one is the price of the commodity. Second one is the price of the related commodities. Third one is the income and the wealth of the buyer. Kodi muntu ndiwolemera motani. Kodi titati kuti takweza mtengo ndi teni kwacha asiya kugula ichichi mkagula substitute. Wealth of the person. Number 4, taste and preferences. Some people like something so much that even if the price changes, they will continue buying that same thing instead of finding something which is cheaper. Because how you go. So taste and preferences. Sometimes these things are affected by advertising. These tastes sometimes they develop out of an aggressive advertising campaign by the business owner or the marketing department of a certain business can actually convince people that their product is far much better than something else. That maybe it tastes better, or maybe that when you wear it, it feels better, whatever. So you find that some people, excuse me, I want to use a ladies example. There might be a certain shampoo that when you use it, the hair is like in some way. And because they have advertised it so much, you always believe that that thing is the best for my hair. It may not be good for yours, but for me, and it may just be a leaf. I've always given an example of soap. Winawage has been brought up to believe that Lux is the best soap in the house. Kulikosa kumene mwana uja kupita o makakura siti oro mtengo wa Lux utakwera sapita ku just for laughing sake to Rexona or Vinolia. Have you ever heard of those soaps? Rexona or Vinolia? I'm sure you're old enough. I mean, because it's not soap is mentioned if you did secondary in Casambira village. Soap on the soap, honestly. Ladies, soap on the soap. You say each of but people have attached their taste and preference. So that can affect demand yet for no good reason. So taste and preference. But and guys are teach this is the best. For example, I can give you a personal example that I have. I've never changed lotion in my whole life. Lotion imena ankandipaka mama amayanga was Vaseline Wakomba. I still use Vaseline Wakomba up to now. I have never tried anything else, never. Even when I've been abroad, I've been in the UK for 2.5 years, in Denmark 2 years, America 1 year. Ndikapanda kuzipeza ni mayesesa kuti mpaka nikazipeze basi Vaseline Wakomba. I would never use anything else. And my children and my wife, they laugh at me. Madara, you're using Komba. Komba, you know what surprises me? Vaseline mimi magurayo, ana omwewo, even my wife, ama bweraso muzapaka wakuuza. Adadi Vaseline wana rikut. It's to me it has worked all the time. When I use it, I don't have cracked skin. Yakawundile ku Europe. Nikapaka image. When I find kuti skin yao ya panga akudanzanga, I can see azunguso I can see. So sometimes it's, I don't know. I'm old-fashioned, but in terms of economics, I think some of it is influence, media, social media, and advertising. Aggressive advertising can change people's tastes and preferences. It can. So the other one is what they call government policy. Government policy, in terms of subsidies and taxes, that can affect determining demand. What does taxes do? Taxes tend to raise prices. Subsidies tend to reduce prices. Other factors is size and composition of population. So size in its own, and then composition. You may have many people under 15 years old, or many people under 20 years old, and most of them, these people are not working. So they don't have purchasing power. Or you might have, in your population, you might have a lot of people who are above 60, for example, in Japan. You know, the population is big up there, but Pinago and Hoche. So the composition also matters. And distribution of income is another issue. You can have an economy where very few people are rich, many people are poor. Distribution of income and wealth. And then other issues are things such as economic fluctuations. Dipena zindu muziko zovuta mwina ma forex gavuta ma fluctuation ingatamini it can affect demand for your services or your products. Tisire bompa, we will next time we will cover a lot of ground because we will not have to do my introductory with much ways. We will manage the ways.